the Queen of Soul, passed away in 2018. And in addition to singing dozens of hits like Respect, Think, and A Natural Woman, the Queen of Soul also wrote many of her own lyrics. A lot of people don't realize that. But it's her hard-to-decipher scribblings, which you see here, that had her children engrossed in a fierce court battle that finally ended earlier today. At the center of it, two handwritten notes, one found in a couch and one found in a cabinet. The question, which one was actually her true will? Aretha Franklin died 5 years ago without leaving a formal conventional will to divide her estate. And her four sons, along with other extended family, they've been battling for control ever since. Both the notes in question were found in 2019 when her niece searched her home for any records. One was found in a locked cabinet. It was dated 2010. And made her son Ted, the third oldest of the four, the executor of the estate. The other was discovered under couch cushions. It was dated 2014, and Ted's name was actually crossed out. And Kelf, the youngest brother, was inserted as executor. Well, today a jury found that handwritten piece of paper that was found under the couch cushion, that actually overwrote the 2010 document. And so they are saying now that that is officially her valid will. Joining us now to help us break all this down is Don Wilson. He was Aretha Franklin's entertainment attorney for 28 years. Don, thank you for being with me. I mean, I'm such an Aretha Franklin fan. I almost even feel bad having to talk about this family drama stuff because she's just, you know, such a pillar. But you know, it's real. The trial ended today. And it's interesting, like as sophisticated a woman she was, it doesn't sound like she really had her will put together in a clear way.
No, she didn't. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here. No, Aretha was a very private person. For years, I and a couple other her attorneys in Detroit tried to get her to do a formal will and a trust, telling her that, you know, if she had a trust, she could avoid probate and keep a lot of her wishes private. But not wanting to talk to lawyers and other people about what she wanted to do. She never had that formal meeting with folks and then just simply decided on a couple occasions to write out her thoughts and her desires in her own handwriting.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then the one was under the couch cushion. It sounds like this battle was over who was going to be the executor of the will, but a lot of it was going to be divided up evenly anyway, from what I understand. Why the fight? Why such a hard fight over executor, do you think, over the sons?
Well, it could be a couple reasons. One, just wanting control over especially the exploitation of the master recordings and the musical compositions, which are a significant portion of her estate. So the fight might have been over that. And then possibly, too, it could have been the fees that was paid to or would be paid to the executor.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.